yes, my waking thoughts are making intros to videos. So this one, 33 years ago today, William Shatner was on the Dennis Miller Show, June 19th, 1992. He was talking about the new comic book adaptation of his novels, Tech War. He also talked about upcoming events with Leonard Nimoy, not sure if Star Trek was over or not. Is Star Trek ever really over? Come on, where no man has gone before. And then I loved William Shatner's music career. And, I mean, who else did Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds nearly as well as the Beatles? Well, not William Shatner, but they show clips of him singing on a recent program, and a lot of people have forgotten that aspect of the unbelievable actor's work career. I mean, he still was acting when he went up in space last year. Well, Katy Perry space. You know what I mean. Promotional space.
And strongest imprint is, it says probably for his portrayal of Captain Kirk. Yeah,
no room for argument.
He is also an accomplished director, writer. His latest book is Believe, B-E-L-I-E-V-E. I'm a big fan of this guy, William Shatner. Will.
The tempo. This thing is like MTV. I mean, you're going along like this all the time. That's the way you speak.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Hey, I mean, and you say a lot of man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I know.
I know. Why do you say that?
I'm a beatnik at heart, and I kind of very Ginsberg.
You have the aspect of an intellectual with the heart of a beast.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm a complete beast. What do you have here, Bill? What do we have here?
You want to get right to the material?
Well, I see this, and I'm intrigued because, to me, this is sort of a fantasy come true. I appear to be in a comic strip with Kirk.
You're in a comic book.
Well, with your other character.
I wrote several books lumped under the name of Tech World.
Yeah.
And they, Marvel Comics, and actually a part of Marvel Comics called Epic Comics, have taken it over, and they're doing Tech World that's coming out in July.
The comic strip.
And it's a comic strip. So the guys, the artists, whose names, the creative team was Ron Goulart, Lee Sullivan, Tom Tonkin, and Tom Smith, drew this. They're from Epic. They drew this for you.
Get in close and see. I'm in this comic strip.
And
it's
you're
the coolest. And you're the other guy.
Well...
Jake Cardigan, right?
He's gritting his teeth a lot.
He looks like Nick Fury. Can you see this? What are we saying? Okay, we'll read it. Go ahead.
Okay, if I could see this. Dennis, how did you manage to get every politician in New Washington mad at you?
Make one joke too many about the vice president. Look what happens.
Wait, they flushed us out. Head back the other way.
This can't be doing anything for my hair. Yeah.
Don't worry, it's my job to keep you alive.
Jake, babe, you sound like my last agent.
Taboom.
And I am out of here. Yeah. Tech World.
It really is. It really is funny. Getting a comic book done out of something you thought of, is a really crazy experience.
Yeah.
I mean, comic books that we've all read as kids, Batman, Superman, all those things that we've read. Suddenly, here is Jake Cardigan and
somebody you hatched in your head.
Yeah.
But in a weird way, you have become part of what's almost a comic book in this.
Yeah, I'm sorry that the beast in you is coming out again.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, she's just such a part of our culture now.
It
must be the oddest thing that could ever happen to an
It is
actor
kind of
in life.
odd. Leonard Nimoy and I are going on a 6-city tour this summer to say goodbye. In the meantime, I don't know whether Paramount's considering doing a 7th or not. So we're saying goodbye, and somebody's saying, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't say goodbye.
I don't think they can. It's like that camaraderie now. People, whenever they have those shots of you know, the crew, cast, whatever you want to call it, at the end of each movie. Everybody gets so touched. I think people think, I don't want this to end yet. I like these guys together.
Well, I don't know. It's we'll hear more about it at some time. I have no idea whether it's
Yeah, well, they can do all the technotonics they want, but what it comes down to is they just like that group of people hanging out together, be it in the Centauri system or in Vegas. You know, they just...
Or even in your little thing that preceded me here.
The Humornauts.
The Humornauts.
Did you, on your 5-year mission, did you ever run into the Humornauts?
They were good for a laugh or two.
The Humornauts of Triskelion 5. We'll be right back with Bill Shatner right after this.
That is one snappy band.
I had to get it signed, man. That's the
One
coolest.
snappy band.
Hey, now I hosted the MTV Movie Awards the other night.
I know.
You stole the show. Biggest stars in the world were there. Your renditions of these songs just brought the house down. Can I show one first before we talk about it? We have a clip of one. It's a whole new audience,
I know.
man.
It's a whole new world.
Let's see it.
But I don't know whether I want to visit it.
Here we go. Roll it.
Sex me, make you love until you drop. I want sex you, I want sex you. Mix with love all night long. Feels so right, it can't be right. Be sharp, girl, rescue me. Open your heart and I'll set you free. La, 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 la. Sexy one.
Oh, God. Well,
They're not worthy. They're not worthy.
they are worthy. Oh, save your strength. All right, let's go it. Get up. Yes, it's okay.
I'm telling you.
So if you knew the truth, if you knew what really happened, you would die.
Tell us the story.
All right, well, the producer sent me these sheets of lyrics. He said, would you like to perform these songs? And he sent the song, Guns N' Roses. I want to sex you. You know, they do a lot of whining.
Yeah.
So I play the songs, and it was intriguing. I thought, well, why not?
Yeah.
With the lyrics. So I said, okay, I'll do it, but I don't know what to do. This is on the phone to New York. So he says, well, I don't know either. I said, well, look, I'm going to need some backup. Maybe you should get me a synthesizer. He said, all right, I'll have a synthesizer there. That was like on the weekend. Tuesday morning, of the day, Tuesday I was going to go in and record Tuesday afternoon. I went to the place where I usually ride. And I have several horses, and one very young horse, a 2-year-old horse. You shouldn't ride, an amateur shouldn't ride a 2-year-old horse. Only professionals should ride, because you never know what they're going to do.
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable. This one went up in the air, and I have no recollection of what happened because I was knocked unconscious for 10 seconds. And for 30 minutes after that, I have no idea what... Apparently, I was walking around saying what happened, but finally, 30 minutes after that, I came to, and I said, well, what happened? They said, my God, you've been asking what's happened. We better get you to a hospital. It's now 11 o'clock. I'm driving. They're driving me to the hospital.
You're not driving?
No. Okay. I'm driving, and I'm saying, God, I don't know what happened, but I know I've got to do something this afternoon. Well, you better telephone my office, because I've got to do something this afternoon, and I don't know what it is.
You just had a
So they
concussion.
call the car phone, and the guy, and I said, Mary Jo, what am I doing this afternoon? She says, just singing 5 songs. I said, I'm singing 5 songs. That's right. I've got to get on there. So they x-ray me, and there's no broken bones, but I can't move any muscles, okay? My whole upper body apparently landed in a push-up position. I can't move any muscles.
Phasers on stun.
So I get to the studio, and I said, okay, where's the synthesizer? He says, we've got a bongo and a xylophone. I said, what am I going to do with a bilo and a
bongo and a xylophone?
Thanks a lot. You're not all animal.
Boy, that was a bad
Well,
fall.
I tell you, we started to ad-lib. I have no recollection of what I did. We taped it all, taped 5 songs, and I thought, what am I doing? Is this going to turn out? I'll be the laughing stock of my house.
No, it was beautiful, man. It's like, I don't know if it's inadvertent or what it is, but it's just so funny to see these dramatic readings of these
Bongo
songs.
and a xylophone.
You've always been known for your drama, you know, like you really get into anything you do. So, wow. Sorry.
That's really very
tribbles.
If I had a teacup. Anyway, that's the story. I was knocked unconscious.
Well, it was the hit of the evening. The place went crazy. You know, the people loved it. Now, I've always admired you from way back, and I was reading a book, Roger Corman, and it was about his movie career, and he said that Corman's done all these. Do you know who he is? King of the Bees. He does films on a shoestring, but he said that the film that always mattered to him the most was The Intruder, and he said the star of it was a young actor named Bill Shatner, and he thought you were just riveting it.
Well,
what was the story a little?
Well, it was a riveting. I had a rivet gun, and I had to put 2 pieces of metal in. It was at the height of integration, and we were down where they didn't have any integrated schools, and we did a story about a madman who was leading the mob psychology, and there was riots going on. But what we didn't know was that the surrounding area had lynched people not too long ago, and they were after us. And the police had us staked out, and the FBI had us staked out, and these gangs had us staked out. We're blithely making a movie.
Yes.
And all hell was about
was
to break
kind of
loose.
frightening all around you.
Really was.
And you know what? Everybody, their favorite Twilight Zone is the one with you on the plane. But to me, to this day, the one that scared the hell out of me the most is you in that diner. The anal compulsive guy who had to keep going back and speaking to the little devil machine. Oh, that scared the hell out of me. That was because that one seemed real to me. You know how it's like the boy who couldn't stop washing. How you can get caught up in something and just keep coming back.
What a pleasure to be on your show, Dennis. I've admired you for a long time.
Well, no,
I'm
a huge fan of yours. I love the way you sink your teeth into things.
Well, they come out too.
All right, Bill Shatner, folks. Yeah, Mr. Shatner. We'll be right back with Johnny Johnson right after
this. This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Miller Lite. It's everything you want a beer to be.